Today we're finishing off Season 5 of Star Trek The Next Generation.
What we've been told is that evidence has been discovered indicating the presence of extraterrestrials on Earth.
Oh, cool.
The bifocal visual aid is typical of the era.
Bifocals.
The .45 caliber double-action cavalry pistol, invented by Colt Firearms in 1873.
It is so good.
Something inside the cavern was interfering with the phase conditioners.
The composition of the rock face has been altered by exposure to triolic waves.
Triolic.
We're left with a 500-year-old mystery.
I'm curious, Doctor. There are far greater experts on Earth to investigate your mystery. Why bring the Enterprise all the way home?
I like when we go to Earth.
We've tried to leave everything as we found it.
The music. Body. Oh, shut up. Data's head? Data's head existed in the past? That's not what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be a dead body.
These are the voyagers of the Starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission.
Too boldly go where no one has gone before. Pop. Let's do it, season finale.
I wish I could be as dispassionate about the implications as my second officer.
Interesting.
Dispassionate.
That suggests that the alloys are vulnerable.
Data, how can you look inside that, analyze the decomposition without...
Being weirded out.
Data, is this yours?
I believe so, sir.
Is
Could
this
it be
yours?
law?
Right. I didn't even think of that.
Decomposition strongly indicates that life was terminated approximately 500 years ago. That would be consistent with the other artifacts we recovered.
But how?
Nevertheless, it seems clear that my life is to end in the late 19th century. There's no way anyone can prevent it, sir.
Can you time travel?
Date, I will be transported back to 19th century Earth, where I will die. It has occurred. It will occur.
I don't know about that.
Dealing with a species with microcentrum cell membranes. Triolic waves wouldn't harm them. It also might mean they're shapeshifters of some kind.
Ooh.
It's a cellular fossil, which might have been along just for the ride.
Cellular fossil.
A microscopic ciliated life form.
Barnacle.
LB10445 is only known to exist on one place, Davidia 2, in the Marab sector.
Then we go there. Imagine you found your own head.
Do you want to talk about it?
Are you referring to the foreknowledge of my death?
Yeah.
I have no particular desire to discuss the matter.
He doesn't seem too troubled by it.
It provides a sense of completion to my future. In a way, I am not that different from anyone else. I
Okay.
can now look forward to death.
I guess, yeah.
That it brings me one step closer to being human.
Human? Yeah.
I am mortal.
Okay. He's happy about it. All right. Hey, Guinan in the
Sounds
house.
like a very intense discussion.
They found Data's head a mile beneath San Francisco. Been down there about 5 centuries.
Crazy. Does she know something?
He seems fine about it. Better than I am. Well, I'd better get to engineering.
What does she think? Guinan, what do you know?
If you don't want to talk about it, it's okay.
I'm fine. Just,
Angry.
I'm not angry.
Kind of.
Why should I be angry?
She's confused.
As I experience certain sensory input patterns, my mental pathways become accustomed to them. The inputs eventually are anticipated and even missed when absent.
Right.
It's like finding out someone you love has a terminal illness and...
Data.
Yeah, it is. But he's happy about it.
People abruptly end conversations when I appear, just as you did when the turbolift doors opened. Is that an accurate observation?
Not at all.
You're right, Data, and it's not a very nice thing to do.
Well, it's not malicious.
It's just that our mental pathways have become accustomed to your sensory input patterns.
Aww.
I am also fond of you, Commander, and you as well, Counselor.
Adorable. He's taking it hard.
7 minutes north
Well,
by
maybe this is
88
where he gets zapped
degrees,
back in time.
declination east.
Temporal disturbance. Put us in a standard orbit above those coordinates.
But not too close.
Those triolic waves were dangerous for humanoids.
Only with long-term exposure, sir. There is no immediate threat.
What about to androids?
Troy, join me in transporter room 3 for an away team.
Commander,
Not
Data.
taking him.
I need your help to monitor the sensor reading.
They're not going to send him. They're keeping him back because they don't want him to get transported in time like they think it's going to happen.
there is no rational justification for this course.
Then I'll be irrational.
It is possible, sir, that the events leading to my death will not occur for years.
Sure, but it's very coincidental.
One cannot cheat fate.
Cheat fate. Perhaps we can't, Mr. Data, but at least we can give it a try.
We don't have to attempt fate either. A temporal disturbance. Like any one of them could get sent back in time, really. It's called Time's Arrow.
Concentration of triolic waves falls off about here.
I tell you, if they find Data's head or something, I'm gonna lose it.
Deanna?
There's
Well-
life here. A child, an old woman, dozens more, hundreds.
Whoa. In some other time?
My God, Will, they're human.
The strings. Oof, that music though. Commercial break.
That explains a few things. How much data?
A positive
Picking up-
displacement of 0.00.
People from another time?
What we're reading is true, then we're occupying the same space, but in a different time.
I might be able to manipulate the synchronic distortion.
Is that dangerous?
We'd need an incredibly sensitive phase discriminator data. I don't think we have one that would even come close.
It is built into my positronic decompiler.
Him. This is how it happens.
Proceed, Mr. Data.
He knows this is how it happens.
My voice will be transmitted on a delay correlated to the phase adjustment. That should allow me to maintain verbal contact.
Will we be able to talk to you?
No, sir.
Till just hear him screaming.
Adjusting the synchronic distortion. 0.001, 0.002,
They're gonna start to fade away?
0.00.
No, he is.
They range from 2 to 3 meters in height, silver gray in color. They have 4 limbs,
She said humans.
energy fragments, which are then ingested by the entities through the orifice, perhaps some sort of nourishment.
I am picturing very weird entities.
2 of the silver gray entities are approaching it. They have released the force field.
What the frig? This is it.
Continuum. Caught in the after effect. I'm attempting to pull.
The thing! Come back.
We've lost him.
We knew this would happen. See, back in 1880? Commercial break.
Excuse me. Pardon me.
This is kind of like the original Star Trek. 1893.
I got blown up in a tunnel.
That is unfortunate.
It is most unfortunate. I require large amounts of whiskey.
I am presently in search of information.
Stockbrokers are cheap as hell.
Okay.
Clear of sailors. Most likely you get a fist across your jaw for your trouble.
Thank you for your advice, but
Just getting advice from hobos.
But just don't be too particular where you get your funds from.
And keep your head on. I feel like he's gonna find something's gonna happen. He's gonna have to go underground, and that's where he dies.
Hey, put it on Gentleman Jim. Knockout in the 5th.
all right. Sir, I need temporary lodging.
Given the
However, this is not sleepwear, and I do not have a missus.
Well,
I am a Frenchman.
that explains it.
it's 6 bits a day or $4 a week.
I have no money, but I am capable of performing significant tasks, both mental and physical.
True.
Lady luck not with you tonight, Mr. Lane. Poor fella. Hasn't filled the straight in 5 weeks.
Oh, hey now. Okay, now we win some money.
The game is poker. The deal is yours. The ante is 4 bits.
He doesn't have any money.
Family heirloom.
In a manner of speaking, it is a crystalline composite of silicon, beryllium, carbon-70, and...
Gold.
That'll do.
I'll give you $3 for it.
I accept.
All right, show him how it's done, dude. Yeah.
Did you see the looks on their faces? I did everything I could not to laugh.
Want it all.
Frederick LaRue and Joe Fallinghawk. Those guys are card sharks.
Look at his sweet.
You give them a little time, they'll bleed a man dry. Especially a out-of-towner like yourself.
Look at the vest.
It's like you were born yesterday. You sure fooled them, though.
It was not my intention to
That
deceive.
vest.
Have it your way.
I do not need one of those vests.
Thank you.
Just give him a low 5.
It has been a pleasure. It would be advisable to monitor that cough. Thank you for your assistance.
$1? If there's anything you need, it can get lonely in San Francisco.
A dame?
I can get it for you less than wholesale if you don't ask me where it came from.
All right, what is this list?
This stuff's gonna take a while. I'll have to go clear across town, and it's not gonna be cheap.
Will this be enough?
Ah, dude. Just ordered a bunch of dilithium crystal.
Fell down a shaft.
Is he okay?
Help me out. No. No!
What? Commercial break.
I must move this mission forward.
I'm not willing to accept that he's dead and just leave it at that.
Cannot make Mr. Data our priority.
What?
We must assume that there is a threat, if not to us, then to 19th century Earth. We have to determine what that threat may be. Miss LaForge,
Yeah, what are they trying to do?
can you build one?
Won't be as good as Data's.
Will it be good enough?
I don't know, I can try.
He could do it.
I could probably create a large enough subspace field to encompass everyone, but adjusting the phase inside the field.
Make it so.
Make it so.
If we find Commander Data, it may be our fate to die with him in the past. If our remains are in that cavern, they would have turned to dust long ago.
All of them? Or would something remain? Yes, Guinan, what do you know? Here. Making like potions.
Temperature where the liquid goes to vapor to be 0.5 degree below the body temperature of the customer.
Wow.
When the liquid touches the tongue, it evaporates, and the flavor is carried entirely by the vapor.
Crazy. She's a chemist.
I hear you're sending an away team down to the surface. Are you going?
Well, now, this is rather unusual for you to be curious about an away mission.
I agree. Does she want to go? What do you know, girl?
If you have something to say, I'm listening.
Right?
Starfleet captains don't usually accompany away teams.
Mm-hmm.
This time you have to.
Why?
She knows.
You just do.
But she never says everything. Can she time travel?
If you don't go on this mission, we'll never meet.
Okay, she knows everything. She's just like along for the ride. She knows way more than she ever says. This is reminding me so much of the original series episode where Spock is like making a doohickey and Kirk is falling in love. What is that, like an anvil?
Sorry it took so long, Mr. Data.
I'll pick it up easily, yeah.
A new kind of motor for one of those horseless carriages.
That is a good guess.
Hot dang. You really think there's money in those things?
Oh, yeah.
Someday, my ship's gonna come in.
You have a ship?
Oh, yeah. And it's full of gold, too. I'm just biding my time till it gets here.
Needs that $1 million idea. But what is he really building?
Oh,
Radio?
forgot. I got you something at the bakery on 3rd.
Like communications?
Oh, no. It's on me, partner.
Plus he gave him like hundreds of dollars, I think. Literary reception announced. What the frig? Commercial break. So they're gonna go back in time and Picard's gonna meet her there.
He's got a lot of folks excited about the notion.
Oh my god.
Your suspicions, Madam Guinan, are undoubtedly based upon your keen observational skills.
She does indeed have keen observational skills.
According to our best geologic estimate, the Earth is approximately 100 million years of age. Perhaps it is less, perhaps more.
She's just listening to this hoo-ha.
But if the Earth is not alone and there are millions of planets in the heavens...
Man becomes a trivial creation, does he not?
Mm-hmm.
Some may argue that a diamond is still a diamond, even if it is one amongst millions.
Mm-hmm.
Speak to Guinan.
And you are?
Data.
Mr. Data. Could it be under another name?
Okay. Will she recognize Data? No. Yo, Guinan.
Madam Guinan has discovered many personal friends, but if your name is not on the guest list, there's nothing I can do.
Just Vulcan pinch him.
I will send for the police.
That is an excellent idea. I will wait for them in there.
Sir, please, you can't go in there.
She won't know him here.
I'm sorry for the disruption, but he would not believe me when I told him we were friends.
Do I know you, Mr.
Data?
But she does seem to already know that there's like other planets.
Of course, Mr. Data. Did my father send you here? Because if he did, you must go back and tell him I'm not done listening to
I was
everything.
not sent by your father.
She's from the future, sent there by her father. Okay.
I knew your species was long-lived, but I did not realize you had visited Earth so long ago.
Oh, God, dude.
Eavesdropping is by no means a proper activity for a gentleman. Nonetheless, the deed is done.
I don't like this guy.
An away team has beamed to the surface with a device which may enable them to phase shift into the alien world.
Oh, yeah, let's get the rest of the crew here. Over there where Data and Guinan are.
The triolic waves end right here.
Sir.
He must go too.
As Chief of Security, my place is at your side.
Security of the Enterprise is of paramount importance, Mr. Wolf.
Wharf to Enterprise.
You did that reluctantly. Oh.
0.002, 0.003, 0.004.
Oh, crazy. And they have like a hole in their head for eating.
What I have sensed is more like an imprint, an echo of the last moment of life.
An echo?
The
delivering more of them for the others to ingest.
Look at what he's carrying.
Is it Data's head? This is crazy. To be continued! What is music? Woo! Okay, that was season 5, episode 26. We made it. We finished season 5. Pretty crazy. Yeah, this episode was good. I didn't realize we were like winding down. So when the To Be Continued came up, I was like, what? So I am excited to watch the next episode, part 2 of Time's Arrow. We'll do that next week, though. I want to sit on it like all cliffhangers. I'm going to sit on it for the week and just stew about it, think about it. I think the thing I'm most curious about is Guinan. Like, what happens when... I assume they're all going back, that away team. So Picard goes back and meets Guinan then for the first time. I'm so confused, really, about why she's there. But I hope a little bit more is revealed. This sort of feels like a Guinan episode, really, like sort of an origin story or something. As much as it is a Data episode, obviously, too. I mean, the whole thing with Data's head, I love how he wasn't even bothered by it. In fact, he said he was comforted by it, or he felt good about it because it made him feel more human, like he's mortal, like everybody else. I love that. I would have thought he would be like disturbed by it, but nope, he likes it. He's glad to know that he can expire at some point. No Data. He just wants to be human. But yeah, I'm really curious about what's gonna happen when the whole away team gets there. Guinan's there. So she knew that they would go back and Picard would meet her, but Picard doesn't remember it because it hasn't happened yet. But it has happened already for her. I'm a little confused on the timeline. Don't tell me. I feel like it'll come together for me. I feel like we'll get some answers in the second half, I'm sure. But yeah, this episode's crazy. As you know, I love playing around in time, so I'm excited to see what happens in part 2. We will do that next week. I'm very excited, and we'll get into season 6 next week. Insane that we're gonna be in season 6. I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I had a great time. I hope you had a great time too, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.